Hey, so I just want to take a quick minute to help explain the buyer's agreement, because this is something new in the order of operations for buying a house. For some, it'll make perfect sense, and for others, it may be like, wait, hold up now? You want me to sign what? So before I can use my fancy realtor app here to unlock doors for you so we can go look at houses, I have to have a signed agreement between us. It's like a permission slip. Now this agreement simply says that you are working with the Kromm team and I will get paid if and when you purchase a home. Because before it was just kind of like a on the honor roll system kind of thing, and I got paid from the selling side anyway. Honestly, you had nothing to do with it. Now in general, these agreements can be structured a few different ways. It can be structured by the area. For instance, we are only looking on the west side of Bend, or we are only looking in Sisters. Or it can even be structured per address, like we are only in agreement to show you 123 Banana Street. Likewise, it can also be structured for a specific amount of time. So we can look together for 6 months, or we can be looking together for a house for 6 hours. Then of course, it could be any combination of those two different things. It could be in one particular area for a set amount of time. Generally speaking, we like to make it really broad so that we don't have to be continuously filling out these permission slips over and over again. So we like to put Central Oregon for the area, and we like to put in 1 year for the term. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take a year to find a house, but I mean, it has in the past. Now, our fee that we work for is 2.5% of the purchase price. That is our number with the Kromm team, and that's what we put on the agreement. This is the part where sometimes people get a little weird and say, yeah, but do I have to pay you that 2.5%? The answer is most likely not. 99% of the time, the seller is still paying the buyer's commission. We simply put 2.5% in the contract. When we write the offer, we submit the offer, they agree to it, we get paid at the end, just like it always has been. The only real difference is that we used to get paid by the selling agent, and now we actually get paid by the seller directly out of the proceeds of the sale. Occasionally, I hate to put this in here, but I'm just trying to cover all the bases now. Occasionally, well, there may eventually be a situation in which a seller doesn't want to pay a buyer's agent at all, anything. In that situation, further negotiations are going to happen to take place amongst all parties. Now, this negotiation can take place in many, many different ways, and to be completely transparent, that's kind of a bridge we're going to have to cross if we ever see that river. But again, it hasn't been happening, and it's not a concern that we have, nor do we see it coming up anytime in the near future. It's just that because of these new rules, that's technically a possibility. It's also important to understand that this agreement can be unilaterally terminated. You can just rip it up if you want to. Now, there are some small details to read up on regarding that, but obviously you're a very smart person, and I'm sure that you are going to read the document. Carefully. Oh, and lastly, I will also mention that this is now like US law. So it doesn't matter what state you're in, these rules apply everywhere. Probably different forms, state by state, probably small different nuances with the forms and with the regulations, but in general, this is how it is moving forward in real estate. I don't make the rules, we just have to follow them. So I hope that helps you understand how these new rules and regulations work. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and I am certain we will be talking soon. Cheers.